fend off too many of those Mutalisk attacks. So he is returning all the way home with his Mutalisks. Isn't exactly necessary, but let's see here. If you can focus on getting that resaturated, and now he's got so much. Oh man, this is a pretty devastating ground force. If he had enough Mutalisks to take out all of these Marines, then he'd definitely be able to clean it up with just Mutalisks. But these Banelings aren't going to be all that great against the tanks and the Marauders. So they're both setting up for the encounter. Spades obviously knows. He can definitely see up here to see what's going on. Let's check his vision. Yeah, he just outside his vision range. He sees some of those, and he does the sweep just to double check. And he could take out a couple of those creep tumors. Nope, then they disappeared. But all right. Meanwhile, let's go back to everyone vision. So that is a pretty good number. If he can, oh nice, he's going to be able to. Oh, he could have picked off that tank without really losing much of anything. If he's able to take out these Marines with his Banelings, here they come now. If he's able to take out all of those, okay, then he should have enough mutas to come down here right now and just start picking away at this force. And I really think if he did just push down right here with his Mutalisks, then he would be able to. But he's also got all these Marines down here, which would be able to come in and reinforce that pretty easily. So here's the big engagement. Let's hear. Oh, all those Banelings are just going completely to waste on those Marauders, though. And these Mutalisks are not going to be enough to take out all those Marines that he has bunched up right now. Could wait for that stim pack, but those Marines are just destroying. Yeah, he's going for the Marauders, which really he needs to be taking out the anti-air, which is these Marines right here. But this is not looking good for HD right now. Terran player's still on one base, but he's just obviously going to be able to take out this base really easily with this force. Okay, he is getting more Banelings, which he definitely needs to be able to take out all of these Marines. But it looks like, oh, he's moving in with the Marauders again first. Oh, what are you doing? Okay. Those Banelings just weren't able to hit any of the Marines at all, so that is not what you need to be doing with Banelings, unfortunately. And now this is just going to be a drone slaughter. That's really sucky. Yeah. So he does make it back with let's see here, about 20 of his drones, and he's only got I think he's just got those Zerglings on the field. Yeah, that's it. He's got 36 Zerglings and a Queen out on the field right now, morphing those all into Banelings right now. You know, if he can, let's see, he could possibly starve out the Terran. If he can retake this Expo and actually be able to hold it, then he could possibly come back out ahead of this. But let's look at the units lost. Yeah, HD is definitely behind in the units lost tab right now. He's down by almost 3,000 resources count. Meanwhile, Spades is positioning himself to be able to take out these rocks and then secure this high yield expansion pretty quickly. And it's, especially with tanks, it's so much easier for Terrans to be able to hold on to this high yield, because they can just, as long as they can hold on to it while this command center is going down, then they can morph that into a planetary fortress, set up a couple tanks, and put up a bunch of turrets around it, and it's really hard to break that. Meanwhile, oh, this is a bunch of Banelings coming in here. Holy crap. Oh, he's going to get all the Marines. He's got some of the Marines, and there goes, oh, the rest of them right there. Nice. So he was able to take out all of those with all of his Banelings, and that did catch him up a little bit in the units lost, but obviously with all those Banelings being committed to it, he's going to be losing the majority of, or, you know, not just the majority, but pretty much all of his force as well. So he does have this second expansion back up, and he is starting to saturate that once again. Wow, look at that. Look at all those SCVs. Holy crap. So that's 27 SCVs moving over to start mining off of that high yield. And they're going to take the long route back, which is alright, I guess. They could have just waited around, but that's alright. Whatever. So, meanwhile, let's see here. He's got full saturation going once again on his second expansion. their mains are both pretty much completely mined out. Let's switch back over to, let's see, he's got some more Mutalisks taken to the field. He's got 3 right now, and then just a bunch of Zerglings other than that. Meanwhile, the Terran player does have still a bunch of tanks, and I really think if he just committed, this is a major problem that a lot of Zerg run into. You know, it's just, do you need to get more Mutalisks, or do you need to get more Banelings and Zerglings when you're on this combination? And I really think if he could just get that critical mass of Mutalisks on the field to be able to take out all of the Marines, then he would be able to just clean up the rest of that so easily. And then this Death Troop right here is coming in. He's got the 4 Mutalisks to defend it, and these Marauders obviously can't do a whole lot to really attack the Mutalisks. Come back, come back, come back. Here we go. But at the same time, those Marauders just do so much damage, and they're going to be able to take out the hatchery once again. Meanwhile, Spades has the Planetary Fortress completely saturated. Definitely oversaturated there. Holy crap. But once again, he's let's see here. HD is now trying to take both of these expansions at the same time. It's going to be interesting to see if he can actually hold that off. And now, like I was talking about, he does have all of these Mutalisks up, which, if he had about 50% more than that, he'd be able to take out those Marines without much of a problem. But he's just so low on minerals right now since he keeps losing that expansion. And he does have his high yield up now, and they aren't too far off on income, and definitely with these 2 expansions coming back up, especially this one, he is going to be able to catch up in income at least a bit. And he is trying to fly over. He really should be doing some damage while he's here, while he has the opportunity. Here we go. And with this many Mutalisks, so he did lose a couple in there. He really could have just taken out this missile turret, and then taken out a couple of supply depots and this reactor to force him to either recreate the reactor or just get, you know, individual output from that reactor barracks then. But he really just, with wasting all that time flying over, all he did was take out those idle SCVs, which really just isn't enough damage, especially considering he's devoted this much resources to his Mutalisks. So now he's definitely Alex definitely has plenty of gas coming in, but he's still, his limiting factor now, which surprisingly is still his mineral count. So he is transferring some more workers down to this one, and he definitely does have the income advantage now, but Spades now is just massing a death force, and if we look at the army tab, then yeah, he's just been producing non-stop off of the income from this planetary fortress. So it doesn't really seem like there's going to be a whole lot that HD can do about this, because he has those Mutalisks, but especially with that Thor right there, it's going to be so hard to control them, and yeah, he's not even going to be able to get close to do any damage with those Banelings, so that's looking pretty deadly right there. So now all HD has left now is those Mutalisks, which are quickly melting away to those Banelings, or to the Marines, excuse me. So there's the GG well played from Alex from HD Gamer. That's game 1 of the series between HD Gamer and Spades, the Terran player. Was pretty well played between the two of them. I'm always rooting for the Zerg, and especially since it is HD, I'm rooting for HD, but looks like he didn't manage to take away this game from Spades. So let's check their APM real quick. Apparently nothing. There it is. Definitely both high APM on both sides there. Pretty impressive. Almost 200 for both players. So anyway, that's it. That's it for this game. I'm going to be uploading this to my channel, Starcraft Cove. Feel free to give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Always appreciated. Later. Have a good one, guys. Bye.